All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this week's Coffee with the Principal. Thank you so much for joining me here today on this Friday. We have just over 6 weeks of school to go. And so things are happening really fast. And we wanted to share with you some updates and some cool things that are happening here at the school. And as always, I'll leave some time at the end for your questions. Again, as we do each week, we record this meeting, and that allows us to include folks who aren't able to make it live. When we get to the end, make sure you ask questions, use the chat box, or use raise your hand, or just unmute yourself, and we'll be good to go. All right, so a couple of things to start off brand new. One is I want to give a shout out to one of our students, Ariana Duenas-Lozano. She's our 8th grade student body president. She did an awesome job yesterday. There was an LAUSD Board of Education committee meeting, the committee on curriculum, grading, and instruction. And Ariana got to share a little bit about her experience here at Katherine Johnson STEM Academy, specifically in some of the mastery, learning, and grading positive experiences that she's had in some of her classes. So shout out to Ariana for doing that and being brave and sharing before a board subcommittee meeting. So all the good things that have been happening here at the school. So well done. We are having an 8th grade family meeting with Miss Alejandre, Miss Guith next Wednesday, or actually this upcoming Wednesday, regarding end of the year stuff. So if you have an 8th grader, please come to that. We are going to record it for families who are not able to make it live at that time, but we encourage you to join it live if you can, but if you can't, that's okay. We will record it and send that out to families later on. This week, LA Unified approved an instructional calendar for next school year. So this will be our school calendar here at Katherine Johnson STEM Academy, as well as if you're an 8th grade family and you're sending your child to an LAUSD high school, this will be the calendar as well. So starting in August, the first day of school is going to be Monday, August 15th. The last day of school is going to be either June 15th or 16th, depending on whether your school selects that day as a pupil-free day. So again, more information about the school calendar so you can start planning for next year is available at the link I just put in the chat. It is achieve.lausd.net/calendar. Okay. Another update I wanted to share with families is this is a new one. So the LAUSD Board of Education is looking to align our student vaccination requirements with the state of California. You may have heard that the state of California pushed back the deadline for students to be COVID vaccinated until July of 2023. So that's at the end of the next school year. And so what that means, because I know we had a couple families who are in our 6th grade and 7th grade who are coming back next year and worried that if their kid wasn't vaccinated, they wouldn't be able to be in in-person instruction. The good news is that your child will be able to be engaged in in-person instruction next year or this upcoming school year at Katherine Johnson STEM Academy, as the board reconsiders the deadline for vaccination for students. And I should say, this is important, that this is pending a school board of education vote. So they're actually going to vote on this in early May. If it passes, then we will delay the deadline for all student COVID vaccinations until next school, the summer of 2023. All right, a couple reminders of things that are coming up shortly. So our spring assessments are coming up in middle of May. So our 6th graders and 7th graders and 8th graders are all taking ELA and math tests. Our 8th graders are also taking a science test. And we want kids to be comfortable. We want kids to be confident. So we're just doing one small little session of testing per day. And then we're moving on with the rest of the regular classes on those days. Things you can do to help your child really do their best and help that measure to be an accurate reflection of what they've mastered, and it'll help their school next year, whether it's us or whether it's a high school, know how to best continue to support your child. Have your child get a good night's sleep and eat breakfast. Avoid scheduling appointments on test days. Make sure this is important. Make sure your child fully charges their Chromebook overnight. And then lastly, I'll share this here. There's ways that you can actually take practice tests with your child. These are publicly available, so they're not secure in any sort of way. And the link is right there. And if you want to say review yourself and remember, hey, what are kiddos learning in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade in math and ELA, you can kind of see it there. All right. Summer school is happening. And if you're interested in having your child participate in either virtual summer school or in-person summer school, visit summerschool.lausd.net. That's going to be available. Full day programs are available from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. We know that's important for many of our working families, and meals are available for all participating students. The location of the in-person ones, the in-person summer school for middle school age students is in the Westchester area. Will be over at Wright Middle School. So just basically, many of you know where that is, all right? That's over across Lincoln Boulevard, real close to LMU. So that's where the in-person summer school will be for middle school aged students. But it is available for high school and elementary school students as well. The yearbooks are on sale. Our yearbook committee is doing an awesome job putting together the yearbook, and the pre-orders are happening, and the pre-order is due on May 6th, and you pre-order online at that link right there, bit.ly/KJSA Yearbook 22. And the good news is if you order it by May 6th, which is a week from today, it'll be delivered before the year ends. You can order it after May 6th, but the challenge is getting it to you at that point. You may have to have it mailed directly to your home, or it may land here in the mail here when no one's here, and it gets stuck. It gets stuck for a while with the United States Postal Service, which is no fun. So be sure to check that out. All right. Next week is Teacher Appreciation Week, and I want to say thank you in advance to all of our families who've signed up to do various things next week to really honor and appreciate our staff. If you've not done so already, there's still lots of opportunities and ways you can do that. They range from, you can donate money, which will go to gift cards and some goodies in that. You can donate baked goods and treats and like cookies, whatever it is that you make, you can do that. You can provide like some breakfast goodies or a lunch if you want to do that. And then there are some free ways as well. We have blank cards here at the school that you and your child can pick up and write a note of appreciation. One of the things I'm really hoping our kids will do is record a short little 30-second video message on a platform called Flipgrid. It's super easy. I've shared the students with a link. And all they have to do is log in, and it'll automatically prompt them to record a 30-second video, just a visual thank you to one or more of their teachers. The video is limited to 30 seconds, and the videos are limited to 30 seconds, but students can do more than one. And what's kind of cool is they can like make them all fancy afterwards. So like they can put like little stickers on it and a frame, and it's really cool. So the link to that is on Schoology, super easy, free. So that's a really good way for kiddos to engage in that as well. All right. We have one more spring tour that is happening tomorrow at 9 a.m. We've done 3 already. And so we're thrilled to do one more this spring. So I think that we still have some spaces left. So if you have friends or family who's looking for a middle school and they're available tomorrow morning at about 9, have them visit our website, bit.ly/spring22 tour. If I can get that here, I'll just type it because it's not letting me copy that. Spring 22 tour. And yeah, And that would be great if people could join us for that. We've got a couple of seats left, so check that out if you've got a friend or family member who wants to look at middle schools. All right, last couple of COVID updates. The following is something I told you would happen. So we had our first positive case among staff and students for a while. An individual who tested with us last Friday, the test came back positive, and so we did the protocols for that. We notified the family. There was a generic information that was sent out to families whose child used the daily pass to check in that day. That student was isolated and then recovered, and they did that and are coming back. So again, we are going to continue testing every single week, and we'll move forward till testing every single week of the school year, every single Friday until the end of the year. So that's that. Let's see. That is it from me in terms of updates. As always, if you haven't done so already and want to leave us a review, you can go ahead and do that on the Great Schools website. And if there's nothing else from me, so what I'll do right now is I will stop sharing and see what questions folks might have before we wrap up Coffee with the Principal today. Go ahead, Mitzi. You have to unmute.
Ta-da. Okay. Sorry to be coming in late. I just want to make sure that for those of us with 8th graders who paid $68 for the Grad Nite, that money was received. I'm always a little nervous with that.
Great question.
So I paid $68. Just want to make sure that my money went to the right place.
Great question. So there were two ways. One way was in cash to Miss Alejandre, who's the coordinator for that. The second way is if you did PayPal. If you did PayPal, that goes directly to our financial manager, Mr. Hayter. And what I can do is I can put his email in the chat right now.
Beautiful.
And he'll be able to confirm that was received. Cool. Great question.
Thank you.
I just muted myself. I still don't know how to use Zoom. All right. What other questions might there be as we have one of our last 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 6, only 5 more coffees with the principal after today. Wow. You're not sick of me yet. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for taking the time together. As always, if anything comes up during the week, feel free to email me, free to reach out to me via Class Dojo, and I can usually get back within about a day or two. Great question in the chat. How many people can attend per student for culmination? I don't want to give you a final number right now, but it will probably be in the neighborhood of like 4. We haven't had an issue with numbers of folks attending. In terms of the issue with the limitation is not so much COVID issues. It's not so much that as it is just making sure we have enough seating available, because we do it right out here in our front lawn, and the stage takes up a bunch, and then we use our chairs to do that. So probably in the neighborhood of 4, but what we'll be doing is we'll be reaching out to families in the next mid-May or so with more information about that. But that information, let me actually, since you're asking it now and it's before our 8th grade meeting, I'm going to go and meet with Ms. Gueth and get an answer to that, so we have an answer for you by Wednesday when we have the 8th grade meeting. Okay, great question. How many guests per 8th grader? Okay, cool. Any other questions that folks have before we wrap up? That's not important. That's my main office. Cool. Awesome. All right. So thank you all so much for being here. I am meeting with a couple of you at 9:30. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to close this meeting and then I'm going to start the next one at 9:30. Same link. All right. Have a great morning, everyone, and have a great weekend, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.